Has everyone had a chance to read it yet? Or?
I'm reading it now.
Okay.
Some of it is deciphered because some of it's cut off.
Yeah. And some of it just
Did
doesn't make
anybody
sense.
call Steve?
Oh,
How do we have 3 missing and nobody called you?
Janine did, yeah. Janine called, she's still...
Coming?
No, I don't think she's making it back. She's out picking up stuff at the... I'm sorry, I thought you were in the other room. She's out picking up stuff for the fundraiser requirement. She didn't make it back in time. Nancy had a problem, came up with her daughter. She said she's going to be here. If it's late, if something comes up, she's going to call in. Frank, I did not hear from. Let's see what's on the phone right now. Frank's there. Hello there. We're starting off, so you're on speaker with everybody.
Very good. I'm glad I didn't say anything embarrassing yet.
Yes. The night is young. Okay. Right now, Steve, you have a copy of the agenda packet with you?
I do.
Okay. We just started. The first thing we're talking about, we're actually all reading over the letter from Queen. I'm having trouble reading some of it, to be honest. So part of it looks like it's cut off here. Anybody want to give me the Reader's Digest version of this? Yeah, Ed's right. We have part of it cut off, so it's hard to read it.
It's not very
What is she, it doesn't even,
Yeah.
like, what is she asking?
Yeah, that's, I guess, do we have any idea what she's asking for?
What is she asking for?
She wants to sell something, I don't know what it is.
Is that the lady who has like the little convenience store where she's buying water from Walmart and then reselling it here? And then like buying food, reselling it, like, okay, well, is that it? Yeah.
She is
Right over here?
asking for the authority to allow her to sell beer responsibly in a small quantity in a good and respectable
She
manner.
got 513 now
For
for
all
the last
those
year.
who lack the authority to live.
513 total for the first of all.
She's trying to open it up.
And 1431.
Did you catch on that, Steve?
I'm catching every few words.
So she basically wants to sell beer there.
Sell
That's the
beer?
short version. And that's, first of all, that's not, she first has to apply for a license
Liquor
first.
license.
Yeah, that's a straight LCB issue. So she would have to apply to the Liquor Control Board to have that ability.
And even if they say yes, well, I assume we'd be zoned.
We're not gonna say yes.
They're not gonna say yes.
No,
They're not gonna do that.
hypothetically, if they would. What's our zoning situation there? I guess.
It's an essential business issue. I think it would depend on what type of license she would be pursuing.
Okay.
Don't they have to ask you anyway?
Yeah, they approve, but think,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody be doing that.
So, we're just gonna send her a letter that we appreciate her coming to town. Wish her the best of luck, but that is not our decision to make, and she needs to apply to the Liquor Control Board.
That's all I need.
How's that sound?
But she also sells things out of there. Like, is that not something that needs to be?
Jody, if they've been in to give her occupancy permit, you know, they inspected her at all? Wasn't she also trying to do actual hot food too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chris has been keeping
Okay,
close
but
watch over
if
that.
she doesn't have the licensing for it, she shouldn't be doing it, right? Okay.
I don't believe she's cooking in there.
No, she's not cooking
She's
there.
cooking at home.
It's cooking and they're putting them in crock pots. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll eat
And
that.
everything's in a crock pot.
I'll eat that. I'll be right there.
So the crock pots are,
Yeah, I'll eat that. Right after.
okay. Okay, that's what we're gonna send her, right? So Chris won't be back till next Wednesday then, right? If she's cooking in crock pots,
That was what I heard.
that's a no-no right there.
Chris has not actually seen her doing it,
Okay,
because he's been there a couple of times. He
okay.
did see the beer though, and he told her that that had to go.
Okay.
So maybe she's not cooking food anymore then,
I don't know.
but she did. Wasn't the store at first down,
Across from Mark.
across from Mark? That's where they,
Now-
because,
Well, no, wait a minute. Which location of hers are we talking about right now? I thought we were talking about her place right here. Which, she has
Well,
multiple.
she's not down there anymore, is she?
No, she's moved around numerous times.
she's been in 3 different buildings already.
She
If
wants-
I'm not mistaken.
I thought she was a forestry store.
From what I understand, she wants to open where they're having a sewer problem down across from the old, next to the old bank.
The old G's Sports
She
Store.
wants to open that up as a laundromat. That was the rumor. And then all the stuff you were talking about is right here.
That's right, that's what she's doing next door, not the sign, the sign's out the old G's Sports Store building.
Right, yeah.
She's talking about right here.
Right, she's talking about that. And that's a nuisance issue there too, because we had a couple fire calls on a Saturday night. One night, they were out there brawling like crazy, the police came, and then another night, it was a couple weeks after that, there was a fight out there where they come roll out of the door, and they were running, the police were chasing them, and, you know, and then, and the party, everybody don't know that the LCE was notified of the situation. I talked to the girl personally, that came down and investigated, and she said that, it's going to be taken care of, but nobody's going to know anything until their final report. And everybody keeps asking me, and I haven't heard a thing from
Tell
them.
him to mute himself.
So,
Hey Steve, can you do all background here? Can you mute yourself? Thank you.
so that's as far as I know on the code evidence, what's going on. I'm waiting for the LCE to give us a report on what they found about the
Okay, but
selling the alcohol and the food. And I did send her a notice on the food that you're not allowed to make the food over in Menneson where she lives and bring it over here to sell it.
now I'm going to go back to my original question. Does she have an occupancy permit at all? Did Chris issue that to her yet?
I'm not sure.
I mean, that's the first question, because she should have had an inspection before she started doing anything.
Me and Chris went over there and inspected it. There were
Okay.
some things we told her she had to take care of. So and I said, that's Chris's baby. I don't know what he, you know.
I
We
can
could
try
go-
and text him.
Well, you don't have to text him right now, we'll find out so we know. I mean, she hasn't done everything for it, she doesn't have her license or inspection, hasn't been inspected yet and passed, this is all a moot point. So we need to find out, you know, has she been inspected? Did
She
she
was
pass the
inspected.
inspection? But did she pass the inspection? Did she do everything she needed to do? Which is totally separate from the whole alcohol thing.
Right. There was a couple things we found, but I'm not sure if Chris went back the next week and checked them or not. Like I said, I'm out to make some time.
Right.
You know,
Did you
back.
call him, Bobby, and find out?
I'll call him tomorrow, yeah. I'll call him tomorrow.
Okay, next we got the,
Bobby, just while we're talking about buildings, what's going on down there where the little carpet place used to be, next to the gun shop? What's going on there?
That's one of them Nigerian or African.
Yeah, because I saw somebody sitting in there the other day with lights are out, but I could see your face with the door.
Yeah, that's somebody else trying to open one. Chris went down there and he did a inspection down there and everything was fine. And that's another, I guess, whatever you want, you know, roof or something.
Speakeasy.
Yeah,
what are they putting in there, Bob?
it's about the same thing, one of these food type deals. And I heard today someone, I forget, somebody seen me on the street, said they heard that Queenie, one of the rooms upstairs here, she got a strip joint going.
I thought it was in the back room, I heard.
Either back room or somewhere in one of the apartments, she got a strip thing.
Well, already then.
Yeah, that, nobody has any proof of it, but that's the rumor going around.
Can I mention to our police board members, could you guys, they may already be looking into it, if they are, I don't want to know, let's not talk about if they are, okay? If they are, great, if they're not, have them, but let's keep it under wraps. Like Jody and I had a conversation about things with this today, when things are going on, let them do their job.
Right.
Let's keep stuff off of Facebook, let's keep things, because there's a whenever we talk about things, put things on Facebook, put it out there, it undermines the authorities who are trying to get things done. I'm not trying to hide from anybody with anything, that's the only way these guys can get their
They
job
get
done.
their job, right?
Right, they can't do undercover stuff, people know somebody's looking at them. So, okay. The letter, there, can we move on now, is everyone good on that?
Yep.
Okay, the letter from the MV, MVI Alliance, that was approved. should free up money for tax credits for people who want to come in and invest in the community. So that's what that's all about. Monongahela Veterans Council is concerning the parade. I don't know if everyone saw, but the dinner is a takeout. We should, do we have on, no, we need to add to the agenda, assuming everyone's okay with it, and add to the program.
Finance.
And add to the program for the Veterans Parade.
Add to it where?
Let's add that on, as a,
Veterans?
yeah, just put that in discussion. We always do, but I think it's proper, we should do. I'm sure we've had one in the past. If anyone plans on doing the luncheon, they just need to know. I think it's something we normally pay for ourselves if we're going to do it. So I think if anyone's filled it out, that's something we do on our own. Okay. The Washington County Code for Recovery Municipal Grants.
Did we go through all the correspondence?
Oh, no, I'm jumping around here, I'm sorry. I looked over.
That's okay.
I apologize. Morgan Excavating. Oh. Steve, this is something to turn back over to you. This is the situation from several years ago. When we were, 7? I know it's 7. When we were doing the stormwater and there was a change in where they were working, Steve Morgan tried to imply that Nathan Wojtek gave him the authorization to do this additional work. It was roughly $150,000, if I remember serving right.
Is there any record of that?
No, there's not. He said he did it verbally. We actually had, if you want to talk to Nathan, we actually had a meeting at redevelopment with Nathan, myself, McGowan, Mike Lucas was still here at the time. So I'll tell you how many years this goes back. And although the work was not agreed to, we did agree at that meeting there was a value to the work and that something we may have to do, we just didn't have the funds to do at that point in time. And the redevelopment made him an offer of, I believe, $90,000. Nathan or John may be able to answer that for sure, but it was somewhere in that neighborhood which he declined that offer. And this is the first I've heard about it since then. So this goes back 7-8 years.
They basically told him, come up with some proof. You could have changed plans here, and there was no change order.
And he was trying to insist that Nathan did, and Nathan said, I would never approve that large of an amount without something in writing. That's just, so that's where that ended. This is literally, he sent this invoice, Roberta showed it to me last week. This is the first I've heard about it since then.
I forwarded it to Steve, so
Okay.
he could have it.
Okay, so yeah, you could follow, but and this was actually a payment that was supposed to go through redevelopment authority.
My understanding is the way
Yeah.
come up with some proof and we'll pay you. Well, he hasn't come up with no proof. He just went ahead and did the project.
That's 100% correct, and he was told that at the meeting we had up there. And like I said, it was agreed that even though he wasn't authorized to do the work, we all did agree there was value to the work.
I mean, we when we had Main Street manager or borough manager, he did the same thing with him. He went through all the emails and said there's nothing in the emails here saying that there's a change order.
So they've basically been giving us an interest charge since 2013?
Yep. Yep.
And this is the first we've been notified about this?
Again,
Yeah. Again, you have since.
Is there a statute of limitation?
yeah, 2 years.
Might have passed that?
So
It's
past,
actually,
Well, 2013.
certain contracts can be longer than 2 years, just so you know.
How about 7?
They can be, believe it or not. Breach of contract generally is 5 years in Pennsylvania, so we'd have to look at notice and a couple other issues. So, Mark, how about you and I reach out? I'll reach out to the guy who wanted you and I talk offline about it.
okay, sounds good.
This is something that could end up in litigation.
Oh, it will. I don't think it's a could, I'm pretty sure that it will.
I was being optimistic.
Yeah, good try. Okay, and the corresponds to the Montville Transit Code regular board meeting minutes. We don't normally get that. Ed, is there any reason we got that this time?
I usually bring them, but I haven't the last couple months.
Hey, do you know, did they talk about moving that bus?
They're waiting to find out if we're gonna sell that lot to them.
Well, I mean, I suggested we'd like to move it even if we don't sell the lot. I mentioned to her at the same time that even if we don't sell the lot, we'd still like to move it. It's congested there. We can open up 20-minute parking for the bank and for the Saltino's pickup and stuff like
And for
that.
home, all three of them, because all three of them do a lot of, in and out, and there's a problem with parking down there, especially if we're not, doing anything with the meters right now. You could put at least two, maybe, could you put three stalls in
We
there?
might be able to squeeze 3 in there. We'd have to-
Definitely two. And it allows, for easier pickup for the bank and both restaurants. So either way, whether we're selling or not, I'd like to at least consider it. I mean, we can't force them, but I'd like them to consider it. I mean, that's, well, we're not going to.
Well, that bus shelter actually belongs to the borough. huh?
Yes, that's ours.
Yeah. So, the shelters, I mean, I don't think it's feasible to move that. I have no idea. Someone got to look at that. But it's just a fact of trying to make it easier for the three businesses that really survive on short-term parking right now, especially the restaurants.
I just never like that, the buses, sometimes there are people parked there, the buses pull in, and there's people making wide turns there. I think we've had a lot of close calls there. That is one of our busiest corners.
And we're probably going to get a call about the one in Falco also, because,
I looked at that, there's nowhere to move.
yeah, she actually had to put gates in front of
Yeah,
her door.
she did. She did a nice job.
Yeah, because she's having people loitering and doing a variety of things in her little doorway.
Well, she
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on, why she put that gate up.
bought the building.
Oh, she did?
And she's about to go into a while.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, she
Yeah, but I was
bought.
curious of why she put that gate up.
Yeah, whenever she was closed, there were problems with people loitering and doing a variety of things in that little entranceway. So
Doesn't
she,
surprise me.
so she locks it now when she's done it.
Oh, good. Save her business, you know?
Okay, anybody have any question on that at all?
Okay, where are we wanting to move the Fifth Street bus stop?
Well, one of the ones, we were going to get some input from the transit authority, but what Jerry suggested, I personally think actually is a good idea, is down the block of the post office, and we move down one block.
Not right in front of the post
That,
office.
that's an act,
Right before their parking lot, before you turn in there, make it right there.
that's a perfect
There's a
idea.
lot of parking, always there, it's always open, and it's out of the line of the main traffic there. 1 block away.
It'd be easy to bus.
Before the post office parking
Yeah,
lot, or
before
right
the
out of it?
Before.
Not their.
So right on the corner.
Their employees' parking lot, between there and the church.
So their employees.
Oh, okay, I
was.
was thinking their parking lot in front of their door.
No.
So
Yeah.
like halfway down, that's actually a great area.
It's
to
right
do
out of
that. It's
safe.
out of the way, if it's safe, yeah.
Okay. Okay. If they want us, if they need us to come to a meeting, talk to them about anything, just let me know.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that's it with correspondence. Let's go ahead and go to the discussion items. The first one, the life insurance policy change. Roberta, you want to address this more first, or you want me to?
Go ahead, you can.
Okay, so there were some issues with when Mr. Piccinotti passed away, there was a huge problem with him the family getting paid off on their life benefits. So at that point in time, we started looking into it a little bit. The company that Tim Solway works for, and I can't remember the name at the point in time. Thank you. Thank you very much. He said, I'll get you guys a bid on it. He did give us a bid for the exact same policy. Now, he's at another meeting on his way to right now. I can actually, he said I can get him on the phone, or if I want, he's going to be here at the meeting next Wednesday, either or. But he called me away and said he's available until about 6:45. He's on his way to a meeting in South Bay, I believe. But it's going to save us $8,000 a year, or $6,000.
It's a significant
Oh,
amount.
wow.
And here's the kind of thing we ran into. When we tried to call this company to get a copy of our policy, 3 months, Roberta, where I couldn't didn't even get us a copy of the policy. because what they were saying they had for some of the death benefits didn't match up with the numbers we had. So I said, okay, give us a copy of the policy. The girl would not even return my phone calls. She finally returned a phone call when I called the customer service number, or regular rep was one that returned the calls. She finally did, said she'd get everything to us. She got us half of what was supposed to happen. So now we have to go through the whole thing for another 4 to 6 weeks. Then when we were here, Tim and his partner Jim came in and met with us, and they had a couple other questions. They picked up the phone to call our current company, and they said, he gave them a policy number, the whole thing, and he said, no, Charleroi Borough doesn't have a policy with us. Like, we've had a policy since 1987. They had no record of us. Yeah, it was
That's great.
it was very unprofessional. But bottom line is this policy, everything is exact same, except it's a cheaper policy for us.
Well, that's good.
So,
Better customer service.
much better customer service than talk to someone.
Well, I would say so.
So, I mean, it's there for everyone to look at. Like I said, I can call Tim now, or if you want to get time to look at it for yourselves first, and they'll be here next Wednesday, and they can talk to us about it before we vote on it, if there's any questions you have on it before we go to vote. Okay? The incinerator costs. So, another situation we've had recently, where the guys take debris and things to Spears. Spears can no longer take it, nor can they do their own, because someone's reported to the DEP. The only thing you can dump there now is concrete with no rebar in it. So the last batch of things we had, we took North Charleroi, let us dump up there, but they don't have a whole lot of space, and something's going to happen. So I've talked to Fred Schwab and Bill Lee about the possibility of us going in together on an LSA grant for an incinerator that we'd all be able to use. They're absolutely on board with it. So
And where would we house it at?
probably, more than likely, house it down by our border garage. We didn't even get that far in it. I want to make sure they were all on board with it first before we went any further. They are on board with it. So we're going to go ahead and try and apply for an LSA grant for that. I don't know if we'll get it or not, but with all 3 communities going in together, we have a better shot at it. These things aren't cheap. I mean, the one we're looking at is about $125,000 per. Does that sound right? I'm trying to remember off the top of my
Well,
head.
there was 2 different ones.
There was 2.
104 and 124.
Yeah, that's
Almost 125, yeah.
the bigger one was with the smaller one. The problem, I talked to TJ, was you had to burn it more often. So like with the bigger one, you'd be able to load more in. If you want to burn it, you use it every couple of days. And as you
And
see,
such would be nice.
All right, so what do you do with the leftover after you burn it? Where do you dump that at?
that I'm still working on. This all just came up. This all came up in the
Oh,
last.
that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, this idea to do this came up in the last 48 hours. So.
Well, it looks like it's all dug out. If you look at the pictures, yeah, it's all dug out, and then you have to haul it off somewhere.
Yeah. But right now, we have nowhere to take our debris, so we got to figure out something. There's nowhere to take it. So. But I will get that answer for you, Jerry. And that was a question I had too, that I mentioned to TJ. Literally, actually yesterday, TJ and I talked about it more, and I just talked to Fred and Bill yesterday. Because we've been talking about different ideas, and this is kind of just came up. TJ was trying to meet with all these people yesterday on this. Okay, now the COVID recovery municipal grants. The only thing that I'm aware of, Roberta, unless you found something different, was we should be able to apply for a portion of Matt's salary, right?
Yeah.
Because, some things he's had to do additional. So we're going to go ahead and apply for that to cover a portion of his. Can we have help? Since we pay some of the fire department bills through our budget, and I know they had to buy extra cleaning supplies, are we able to do that? Did we ever find out the answer to that? Or Bob, did you ever talk to anybody?
As far as what?
If we can apply for, if we can try and see if we can get any of that cleaning supply money recovered through the grant too.
Everybody's asking me about the grants, and we never got it. It's BRR's.
Right.
BRR's grant, not the fire department, so.
Get us a list of everything additional that you guys did. I mean cleaning supplies. Anything additional you have, because there were things above and beyond you guys. Even on our end, Roberta, you know, we did buy extra hand sanitizer for the rooms. So let's put that on there. Lysol, any of that stuff, let's put it all together and, you know, worst thing they can say is they can take some of it off. We'll see, we'll try and see how much we can get. Okay. What's
Well,
yes.
Ma'am, how about the test that the guys went for and stuff like that? The testing that we sent
Yes.
everybody for, that should be reimbursable.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that should actually, that definitely be included.
Yeah, that would fall
in
in,
that grant.
any of that stuff.
Yeah, because we're talking about it with the police too, that, I mean, my understanding, Chad told me he bought all that extra stuff out of his own pocket.
That's correct.
And I told him he would submit the bills.
But the
Did he
question,
ever submit any bills?
I think he did, yeah.
but the question is, since it was applied for the boroughs, we're gonna have to apply for that also. Because like the fire department can't apply for it, the regional police can't apply for it, but the boroughs
How
can.
about some of the guys that were off, their wages and...
No, wages, I don't think wages covered, did it? No. I'll double check it. I think I remember seeing that wages or like I thought, okay, we weren't doing parking meters, that doesn't fall for it. Potential revenue doesn't qualify.
Well, I gave him information on stuff that it's for the firemen, the policemen, and EMS. I gave him info on that you can get reimbursed.
Yeah.
It says if you have police or paid fire,
Right,
police or paid fire.
it's a separate
departments.
application
Yeah, it's a separate application.
with a separate allotment of funds.
Right.
So then basically.
But they still have to apply for
We can
us.
do that for the police department.
Right.
It's just a separate application.
But it still has to be applied for us. Isn't
Right.
it? Yeah. Okay, paid accessible parking for 816 Falfield.
It says it was checked.
Oh. Okay. Hey, Robert, you should look. Okay, anybody have any questions on that at all?
No.
Okay, so that was paid. The next one originally asked for unpaid, and when you see Roberta changed it, they want a paid accessible now. 1110 Crest.
So we're gonna have two side by side there then? With 816 Fallowfield and 814 is the very next door. I guarantee you they got one.
814,
Yeah. It is
they do?
across from the funeral.
I know that.
There's others that are side by side like that too, up on the hill.
Still the same block.
But we didn't pull one down by, we're allowed 2 or 3.
Well, that's a policy.
But I would say there's one down closer to the high rise too, right?
On the street?
Yes, then we put, wasn't that the problem? We didn't, or did we deny that one? No, I think we denied that one.
We denied that because they're parking.
Down is on Main Street.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yep.
The one that was on 9th Street, yeah.
Yeah, we denied that because they're parking in the lot, which they're still supposed to look into ways to fix that. Okay. Oh, what we got here? An unpaid at 337 Washington Avenue. Check it also.
Was the first one paid?
The first one's paid, yes. 816 Falfield paid, 1110 Crest is paid, 337 Washington's unpaid. Okay, any questions on that? Okay, we got CDBG money for 2021. What are the numbers? We were dropped over the years. 95,000 is available. 75 that has to go towards that home rehab.
Yeah.
That's mandatory. So there's no way around that. And the other 95 is for the health projects. Is there anything in particular? I mean, I know, I'm going to speak for me and Roberta right now. I think playground is something we'd like to see some of the money go to.
Actually, I think that it should probably go towards demolition, because we haven't done those in a couple of years.
Well,
I agree.
I think we need to-
I totally agree with that. Demolitions.
well, hold on.
Aren't we waiting to hear from, the playground bill we put in last year?
We got denied.
We got denied.
Hey, Steve,
Yes, sir.
you and I talked about that money we're using for the paving. Does any of that qualify for demo also?
I'm not certain we can stretch it to cover demo.
Okay.
I thought we said no.
Well, we weren't sure what I talked about. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, hey, I'm good with that, so it's,
I would rather see it go to demolition.
That's fine.
There's just too
Too
many
many
houses that need to be taken down.
well, yeah, I mean, we have some abandoned properties that we have to look at.
Yes.
I know one I could think off the top of my head from Washington Avenue, but quite honestly, it's got to come down. Absolutely not.
Yeah, there's a lot,
Because that one's gonna take down another house next to it if it doesn't come down soon.
right. And the one coming down, straight from Janine's house, straight down, right off the crest, going down towards the old church. That one's
Where the
really,
fire was.
that one, but then there's that one where the house, the car went into the house. That one. I mean, it's gonna fall in. No, down by Janine.
Bob, do you have a list of
Yeah.
the ones that are the bad ones, please?
There's a demo list in the drawers there of stuff that's been, before I got here, it's never been done.
Oh, really?
Okay. Get that to
Maybe we need
reverse.
to update it.
Yeah, get that to reverse so we take a look at it.
Look at it and then update it.
Update and see one, what's on there, and two, what we need to
And
add.
especially that one down by you. That thing
Well,
is
that's
just,
waiting on.
that's,
Emergency
yeah.
demo.
Steve, is there any update on that one by Jody while we're talking about it?
I was, to appear in front of the judge after our hearing.
Oh, yeah.
It was scheduled, but, given my inability to go in the courthouse, we have to continue it.
Okay. Did she have a new date for you on that?
I'm going to submit it on the 20th when we're there for the Westmoreland litigation.
Okay. Okay. Is there any way, since it is an emergency situation, Steve, that she can do it by Zoom with you not having to be there?
She would prefer that she presented in person.
Okay. 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 Next is the church. It asks for use for the alley behind St. Andrews for the skinny dinner. They're going to do just takeout.
Right.
And I believe it's going to bring everyone down Washington. through
So
the
they're
alley.
gonna come down Washington and then turn down and then into the alley. So the alley, they'll come out to the cars, get their names, bring out their food, and then they'll exit out the other side of the alley. So it's just gonna be a one-way in.
Anyone have any questions? Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Yes, questions or yes, okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Trying to confuse me. Okay, the next is this, let's see. So we have this U-Haul request, because we have so many TVs piled up down there, that tractor trailer is completely full. Gary, what do you think?
Why do we need a U-Haul?
Because loading them in the trucks, didn't even take a dent out of it.
Don't we have a new dump truck? And don't we have a backhoe that can load it and then dump it right into the dump truck?
They're still gonna be taking, the trucks over with that dump truck?
The whole trailer, the tractor trailer thing, that whole thing is full.
Yeah, I know that.
Plus, there's a ton of them on the ground
I
out
know
there.
that. Well, we have a dump truck. Why do we have to pay money for a U-Haul?
Well, because you take the dump truck down, you're probably gonna be, I'm guessing 5 trips, 6 trips with a dump truck?
Okay, would it be cheaper than renting somebody else's truck? What size truck are you gonna rent?
And that's a big one. I mean, because that's still gonna be cheaper, you figure, okay, 4 or 5 trips down there, that means you're tying up, how many guys go down, because when they go down, do they have to unload them themselves?
I'm not sure,
Well,
but
that's what I'm saying.
last time they went, they filled up 4 trucks, and it took all of the guys going there. So then there was nobody left here to do any work.
But then they gotta load them by hand into the truck. They gotta unload them out of that trailer, load them by hand into that truck. It would be easier to pull the backhoe up to the trailer, load everything into the,
And how are they gonna get them in the back? They're gonna still have to get in the truck and push
in the
it.
truck.
They're
And
still
you
have to
walk to the
transfer.
edge of the bed instead of, it just sounds a lot easier using the backhoe, to me.
But how many trips are you gonna have to
Right.
make? That's the
I see what you're saying, how many trips down there, you know, you're looking at least 4 or 5 trips.
Man hours,
Not where
gas.
are they going for one?
Where are the picking up trucks?
On the Latrobe, up past Latrobe. Yeah.
That's the only place it takes them.
So what kind of truck are they looking to rent?
Just
They
a
have
U-Haul?
2 different things here. They have a 26-foot, and then they have a trailer. The trailer is $30 a day, $8 a day for insurance. The 26-foot truck is $40 a day with $14 a day of insurance.
So,
But the 26-foot truck, we also have to pay by the mile.
Right, 79 cents.
So
Would
we're
it
better
be
off.
better to do a trailer?
Right.
I'm just saying, the 26 foot, well, that's a lot of extra work. Me personally, I think I'd want to just use the backhoe.
Well, can you use the backhoe with the trailer?
No, these are box trailers.
Okay.
How are you gonna dump it into a box
Oh,
trailer?
yeah.
Full trailer. Because he doesn't have mileage down for the trailer, he just has it on the 26-foot.
It says trailer,
It
right?
might be cheaper to find somebody around here who got a big tandem truck and ask them, hey, there's enough truckers around here looking for a little work. Big tandem truck, they can dump it right all in there. They don't want to go hard to carry anything. This way, they're carrying from one trailer to another trailer. It's gonna take them a week just to unload the truck.
Okay, I'll call Wild.
I mean, Bujanowski's, he got big trucks down there, where I'd rather pay him, and it would be quicker than them all day long loading them and cleaning up the
They don't
scrap.
have tractors, like, they don't have trailers.
No, but I mean, I'll call Mornak. I'll call Dave Mornak and ask him. He does have, he has tracks. I'll call Dave. We'll just leave that on there for now, and I'll call Dave.
I know somebody else, but you don't prefer his name, but he has trucks too.
18-wheeler, a big truck. Okay. I don't care. I don't think it's.
I'm trying to make it easier for him too. I mean, my goodness, that's a lot.
Whoever you're talking with, get a price for it. I'll call.
I'm trying to find an easier way for him, that's all. I
I'll
just
call
figured
Mornak.
if they got a backhoe and they got a big piece of something they can drop them right into, they don't have to unload or load nothing.
Please.
Yeah, they don't have to load or unload anything by hand, you know?
Yeah, okay. I guess I should have filter sometimes. Okay. Sorry about that. That's fine.
Let's look at our options. It's no big.
Let's look at all options. I'll consider looking at your option also. Okay. Oh, so what's the, do we have any update for the Community Link?
Well, Janine was gonna give it, we're just in the process of changing everything over. We're getting all the information to MutiLink, having weekly meetings with them.
Okay. Okay. Good. The Fitz workers, we on the 21st, so they're gonna be finishing up moving things for Meg's office? Is that still the plan?
Whatever they don't finish, they'll finish that for them. They'll help Meg move up into that office. They're gonna make the storage closet in the break room bigger for all our stuff in there. And then work on the door down in the hallway for the police.
Okay, good.
Have them prioritize the door before the cover.
The what?
Have them do the doors before they do the cover.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Then we just add is doing an ad for the Veterans Program. should do. My suggestion would be just do whatever amount size we did in the past, and I don't remember what that is. Where can you pull that from previous minutes and see what we did in the past? And everyone was okay with that? Okay. Does anyone else have anything else for the agenda?
Yes.
Good.
Okay, the North Charleroi Borough and the Spears Borough are both donating auction gifts for the auction for Canine Blitz on this coming Sunday. I would ask if it's possible for the Borough of Charleroi to also do something for the auction.
Are they doing gift baskets, or what are they doing?
Well, North Charleroi is doing a gift basket, Spears is doing a gift certificate to Spears Street Grill.
Thoughts?
Do a basket.
Yeah.
Who's gonna do it?
I'll put it together.
Okay. Everyone okay with that?
What is it for?
It's going to be this Sunday, so we're going to have to.
Guess I gotta go shopping.
Okay. I mean, that's something that's such a small amount that we have to be agenda item for Sunday.
Is the Charleroi School District doing anything, or anybody like that, or can she do like a cooper basket? They got a bunch of stuff they can sell,
They have not donated any.
so maybe you could do that.
You want us to do 2 baskets or 1?
No, just a thought.
Okay. Anything for you, Jared?
I thought they were helping somehow.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's
The soccer
let you coordinate with Nancy and just
Yeah.
figure out whatever. How's that? Make it simple. Okay?
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything else?
I'd like to announce the voting. It is, the precincts are going to be, the 2nd precinct will be at Mary Mother, the church. The 3rd precinct will be at the fire hall. The 4th precinct is going to the upstairs of City Reach Church. And the 6th precinct will be at Mary Mother. And we, at this time, do have enough people. The borough will remain open.
Good.
The borough will remain open.
Good. Okay. Only a couple quick announcements I'm going to add in. Just Bob to remind me. The fire department does have a couple of fundraisers coming up. They have one tomorrow with Orleans Kitchen. We'll be doing homemade gnocchis and raviolis at the Market House. The proceeds, portion of the proceeds from the fire department, that'll be from 11 to 6 tomorrow. Saturday, they're having the play shoot. I know there's still, if anyone would like to put the word out as far as gift baskets, because they already have a Chinese auction at that also.
Do you need a gift basket?
I think today, Glenn told us there's 18 of them.
You have 18.
There's
Okay.
18, so I would say that's probably plenty.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Because I would say I could do one, because my husband's going, so I can just send it with him, but
Is there anything else you guys have going on fundraiser, Bob?
We got our gun ticket goes off on Saturday too. It's a $20 gun ticket with 10 numbers. We get to pick a 1 gun out of 5. And then, what else is in that? And then we're gonna have that lottery ticket, $5 ticket for $2,200 in lottery tickets and $800 in cash. That's gonna come out on Christmas Eve.
Did you pull the half tape on Saturday?
Not yet. Yeah, they did pull the half ticket. What was it then? Nobody won it. Right? Does it play? Okay, then we still got the penguin taps to go. There's a bunch then yet.
And then Sunday, Nancy, you're involved with the Canine Fundraiser, correct?
Yes, Blitz, Canine Blitz and Partners will be from 12 to 3 at the 5th Street parking lot. Eternally Yours will be there. He'll have popcorn. I believe he's having candy apples and caramel apples. I'm not sure if it's going to be slushies or hot chocolate or lemonade. So we'll have all that. We'll have T-shirts. We're going to have gift baskets, and we will be doing a 50-50, and there's Canine Blitz trading cards this time. Canine Blitz coins. Canine Blitz everything.
Okay. The other thing is the farmer's market did wrap up last week. It was his last one. I will tell you, he was very happy with this year. He said it was a huge improvement from previous years, so he was extremely happy. Yeah, I almost forgot, we have did Steve have a copy of this also, Roberta?
Yes, he sent it to me.
Steve, the garbage resolution. So do we need to do another reading on this, or now, or is it something we do next week?
You can vote on it next week. It's a resolution, not an ordinance.
Okay. Okay, so that'll be another thing to add to it, to be the resolution for the garbage collection. We'll add that to it. Okay, does anyone have any public discussion items?
Hey Mark, everything okay for the Halloween stuff, the trick or treat, the parade, that's all go?
We're good on our end, so the trick or treat.
So we are doing the parade? I thought we were just doing trick or treat.
No, we're not doing the downtown business trick or treat.
Well, we're gonna do the parade and then residential trick or treat.
Correct.
Okay.
The parade's at 7:30 on the.
Parade's at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock on the 28th. And then the trick or treat's what, that following Saturday?
But the parade's gonna go from 2nd to 8th Street, right?
Yeah, one straight through.
2nd to 8th on McCain.
Oh, so we're just going, McCain is not coming back on Mount Falcon.
Try to eliminate having a lot, maybe spread them out a little bit.
Yeah.
On cities parades that night, so we usually get a half piece.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Maybe we can try to split it up a little bit more and keep it, get him in and out.
Are you gonna have the judging?
Yeah, I talked to Karen across the street, she'll get some money together, and we'll try to figure out how we're gonna do that, get it judged and get it down to, figure out something.
Taylor, can you put that change in the parade in your article?
And then trick or treat will be from 6 to 7:30, right?
On the 31st.
Yes. I didn't say anything.
I'm looking at
Jerry.
Jerry. Jerry's shaking his head.
Why are you looking?
I'm just, the noise inside. I'm
Okay.
listening to the,
So I have a question.
I'm listening to
Can I
the
ask you a
jingle.
question about when this pertains to garbage? Vacant properties, do they get billed for garbage?
For the first 3 years still, is that right? Yeah. Has to be vacant for more than 3 years before they get moved from the garbage holes.
More than 3 years.
Right. Yeah, that's been.
They have to be vacant for more than 3 years, and then their garbage stops.
Correct. That's
Steady vacant.
And they have to keep notifying us.
Steady vacant.
Steady
Not
vacant.
somebody move in for a month.
Right.
Right, so steady vacant.
Right. That's exactly right. Yeah, this is too hard. In the past, we've had people say, well, they're vacant, and they'll say it's vacant when the bill comes out, and then they move someone in a month later.
Gotcha.
So there's really no way to properly monitor that. Okay, so we have a couple of small executive session items. I know one with Janine, her and I talked about that. Is there any other public discussion before we go to executive session? Yes.
I just wanted to say, it has nothing to do with the executive session, but you're going to have a works manager, right? You're going to have a works manager eventually?
Borough manager, yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's a little confusing.
Well, I just want to say, the girls have done so well on council. The ladies are super, right? Okay, under our noses, we have Mary that works with Roberta. Now, I've known Mary ever since she was down there, because she was a good friend of my daughter's. Now, Mary is highly educated, very smart, and she's a wonderful soul. I would wish the council would maybe think about having her for that position, because you see how great the women have been on council. Maybe it's time to have a woman borough manager. I just throwing it out.
No, it's something.
Just the old geezer throwing something
And
out.
I appreciate it, Mr. Roy, and honestly, it's something, we're keeping all doors open, including that one. So, but I appreciate your bringing it, because you make a very, very valid point.
Thank you.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, is there anything else? Okay, we're not gonna vote on anything else, just gonna go to, I think, quick executive session. The first one will be quick, I'm not sure what the second one is, the first one will be quick.